Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you get to keep
man,
your soul
too. It's your big brother K Reno.
It's your boy Key Stove.
Y'all are tuned in again to another episode of the Underground Dialogue Podcast, where the name speaks for itself. And man, y'all know what, man? Every now and then, you come across somebody who has done it all themselves, man. A man who wears many hats, a jack of many trades, and a self-bred, self-created boss. And I've been knowing this brother a long time, and in my opinion, he covers all of those bases. If anything you could think of in music and the media aspect, from graphic design to all that, from graphic design to boots on the ground grind, this brother does it all, man. And I've been knowing for a long time. We've been privileged to do a lot of work together, and I'm happy to have him on the platform tonight. My brother, the one and only, the CashBoy himself, E-Man. What's going on, brother?
E-Man, CashBoy, you dig? I'm good. Oh, and thank you for having me. Before we rolling though, right?
Yeah.
I just want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
What you think about the GOAT?
The GOAT? How you gonna interview me, man? How
Before we just
What you mean? The GOAT conversation, or what you mean? In terms of what? Okay.
Period. Like the greatest of all time. What do that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, I do say that in every category that I'm interested in, I have somebody that I view as the GOAT. Because so if you ask me who's the greatest of all time in boxing, I'm going to say Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
You ask me who's the greatest of all time in basketball, I might say Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, in rap, it's just relative, I might say KRS-One. So yeah, it is a place for it, you know. Why'd you ask me that?
Because I say Tupac a GOAT, and I say DMX a GOAT, and I say K Reno's a GOAT.
Yeah.
But them two, them my favorite rappers besides you, and by they gone deceased, music still live on.
Yeah.
Still one GOAT.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you this.
Oh man, he was setting me up the whole time, man. Oh man,
That's hard.
Bro.
That's hard.
You my guy. Look, and I'm gonna wear these since we on the show. I'm gonna take mine off and put yours on. But you know what, man? To be honest with you, man,
It's hard.
I thank you for that. No, because this my homie at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for him to go out his way and do this for me, man, because really, one thing I will say about the GOAT conversation that I don't like when other people call themselves that in an arrogant way. Now, if you on your records and you rap about that, okay, that's cool. But I mean, like somebody just going around all the time talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, man. My homie,
That's hard.
man. Appreciate the love, because it's not my place to say. It ain't my place to say, but yeah, if that's how you feel about your big brother, I appreciate that, man. But but we ain't gonna make this about me tonight, man.
Got his glasses and everything on.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't see the GOAT lokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you. But this kind of duty is he always looking out for everybody else. You know, really, just straight up. You know, it's been many times I call my homie up and I need something. He get right to it and help his big brother out. So I make sure that I try to reciprocate that any chance I get, man. So tell the people, man, who is E-Man? Who is the CashBoy, man? What's your origins in the game? When did you get interested in starting doing this music? And what got you in it, my brother?
Yeah, well, I've been doing music since I was like 13.
Yeah.
I used to watch my brother Snipe. He said, "What's up, by the way?"
What up, Snipe?
Snipe and Pharaoh from Street Military.
Yeah.
They used to run around. I'm just watching them how they move. And when they come in the house, him and Pharaoh, they be freestyling. And one day, I think either my mama would sleep on the couch, but he thought it was my sister.
Hold on, right now? Okay, all right, yeah, go ahead.
Pharaoh just stepped over his. That's why I used to watch.
Yeah. What your mama do when she woke up and Pharaoh was standing over freestyling? Oh, okay. Whew. I thought this story was gonna go like left, like yeah. No, that's what's up. Yeah, so you was around Pharaoh, man, and that's definitely one of the legends that we had come out this city, man. Street Military been doing their thing for a long time, and free Pharaoh, by the way. But so you was 13 years old, coming up on the software.
Yeah. A-Leeds, Texas, Northwest SWAT.
Yeah. Okay.
Spice Lane.
Yeah. Ooh, Spice Lane. Well, whatever. A notorious. Yeah. Little spot. I ain't gonna tell y'all. There's a few times I found myself over in that area. I ain't gonna tell y'all why. But at the end of the day, man. So what was it like coming up over there in that area? Because I know that was a rough area. Who were some of the rappers that was coming up around that time with you?
On that side, it was like the last breed of lines then. Because you had CDs and tape lines then. You had DJ Screw, and you had Switch House.
Yeah.
But we just like the Southwest love, when they rap on the turntables and doing like that.
Yeah. So when you decided to start doing music, was that like something you was doing for fun, or you was like, man, at some point I want to take it professional and start putting music out? What was the thought process at the start?
Cause me watching Pharaoh and my brother, I was like, I need to do it and take it to a serious level.
Yeah.
And really can make some money off of my craft. It just wasn't about the money, it was about putting good music out.
Yeah.
And I was young, so.
When did you get that first time where somebody said, man, you got heat? Like when you get that validation from your side?
When we was in, I was in CDs and tapes, and we did a song, I'm a Soldier on, it was, I think it was Mary J. Blige beat. And we was in there my first time in the studio, and that sounded good to me.
Yeah.
I was like.
Yeah. You wasn't nervous your first time going in the lab, first time going to the studio? You wasn't, yeah.
It was really just freestyling back then.
Yeah.
It was easy.
So you wasn't writing in the beginning, everything was off the dome?
And I'm still like that, I write in my head.
Yeah.
If you give me a beat, I probably come up with a concept, but they got to make it make sense.
Right. So I remember when I was first around you was rocking with Il Ran, and we did some stuff together like back in the days. Now, was Ran around at that time? He came up with y'all, or y'all kind of just connected?
Well, I connected with Il Ran through Freestyle Bully.
Yeah.
And Run Vaughn, because that's what he was recording with Ran. Then when I bumped into Ran, then we locked in. Then I started doing artwork and doing stuff for Ran, and Ran was doing my recording.
Yeah.
So it wasn't about the money, it was about me and him was helping each other.
That connection. When I first was around you, you was like, he in the same line with Showtime.
That's what I was just thinking in the back of my mind.
Back at the flea market, back in the days, out there grinding. I remember you and Dame Dizzle used to be out there just grinding and boots on the ground, putting the work in. What brought you to that side, South Park, and just that grind with the CDs and all that stuff done?
Putting that music together, hitting that pavement.
Yeah.
Because when I first made our first mixtape, I was going to Alfonso Crutch.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We had a studio inside the school.
Right.
So we used to record, and all the music we recorded, I say, put it on the CD, and once I put it on the CD, I got a marker, started writing on it, printing them up and sell them like that, and then I had ran into Brandy Seal.
Okay. In front of the radio station lady. Okay.
She said, she told me this is always stuck with me. She said, are you real serious about this? I was like, yes. And she said, look at your presentation. And she said, you got to make it look way better than that. Then ever since then, that's when I started hitting the jewel cases.
Right.
Then I had started getting it pressed up, make it look professional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she gave me the game, and I just ran with it. Then I always was like, okay, if the majors and all this, they moving like this, and everybody else moving like this, I got to move like the majors move.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to print up big posters and stuff with people ain't doing that. Why y'all always want to see me out? I got my big poster while people had the little CD. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I got to take it up another notch. You know what I'm saying?
What got you into the graphic design part?
me paying somebody to do some order work wasn't on time.
And it wasn't right.
And they didn't give it to me when I needed it.
Yeah, cause that puts you. That's like taking out a big chunk out of your budget. So when you be able to do it, you can keep that money in, and then you can personally make it how it look like how you want it to look, how you envision it. I always think that's a must for people, for like artists.
Yeah, it's like cut off all the middlemen.
Yeah.
Then when you cut off all the middlemen, then when you really need something, you can just do it and knock it out.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I was listening to what you were saying about the advice Brandon Garcia gave. It's a lot of artists that would have took offense to that. They would have said that they'd have gotten their feelings from her giving that kind of game. You took it the other way as constructive criticism, as opposed to like she trying to clown me or something like, because presentation go a long way. And presentation in a lot of people's eyes is probably 95% of the whole acceptance of whatever it is they bring. So when she first told you that, because we all come up in the same time frame pretty much. So I can remember young cats coming to me and different people coming to me, they selling CDs, and like I say, they might just got their name wrote on it with the name of the album and the Naked Head CD, you know what I'm saying? But I always looked at it from two angles. I looked at it from the angle of like, yeah, the presentation need to be better, but I also look at like, maybe that's the best he could do at the time like that. So what made you take that to heart in the right way when she told you that?
When she told me that, it was like, do you want people to take you more serious?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I want people to take me serious, I got to take myself serious first.
Man,
there you go.
You did?
Absolutely.
So I'm going to take that, what you told me, and I'm going to run with it.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to take it and flip it. I'm going to listen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it also showed that you had the ability all along to upgrade the presentation package. You probably just thinking like, okay, well, they going to buy, because people probably was buying it like you were doing it at first. You know, just all about because of your sales pitch in that grind like that. How many years did you, or how long was you out there just hand to hand grinding like that before you just really just put it down?
Oh, it was hand to hand before I started making it look professional.
Yeah.
It was like, as soon as she told me that, like the next week, I had bumped it to 5,000 CD under Kirk.
Okay.
And he was doing the printing.
Yeah.
Then I do a little something with Kirk, but Kirk, he was the one pressing them up for me.
Yeah. But you had probably sold a bunch like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 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 Right.
You know, we used to go to Louisiana every weekend.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I used to print them up like that. Give me my magic marker, go buy my CD from Walmart, burn them.
Right.
Write my name on them.
Was you working a regular job at the time, or you was always just head first into the grind?
Head first into the grind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I speak on D when he was working at Kroger's.
Yeah.
I told him, man, you need to go and jump down with this. I put that in and gave the game to people. You know what I'm saying? And told them how to do it. So this is another form of way you can eat.
Yeah.
You dig? Not just, the white man. Now you got to just create a way, a lane for you to eat. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody turn there with your water off, what you gonna do?
You gonna sit there and dry out, just sit there and die of thirst, or you gonna figure out a way to get to some water? Yeah.
When you create your own way. I remember Dame Dash used to said this once, and I never forget it. He said, "Can somebody tell you fired?" And the nigga say, "Yeah." He said, "Can't nobody tell me that."
Right.
and that's priceless to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
At the end of the day, ain't nobody in your way. You on your own way.
Exactly.
So get out your own way, and it's nothing but.
Well, one thing I noticed when you do that, this little ceiling we get, it gets removed. So some days, some nights you can make 6,000-7,000. You know, it's never like a job where you only gonna make this amount every week. This amount. When you on your own, man, you can see this where you can see the ceiling with it.
Cause some people I make what $5, $10 an hour.
Yeah.
But if you get a job and you working yourself, boom, somebody call me, boom, email, I need this, such and such.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I done made $100 an hour.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Right. That's how you can do it.
What was your balance in terms of knowing what to invest back into yourself compared to what I got to try to live off of at the same time. Because I know that was a part of it too.
Yeah, because that's why I say, if I knew what I knew now,
Yeah, we had $5 for that.
bro,
Yeah.
I'd be well off right now.
Yeah. So you was getting it. So you was making it, spending it, making it, spending it. Yeah. Yeah.
Buying another car. Just okay, I need another car.
Right. Paying notes and starting over with it. Yeah. This one I almost paid off. I'm gonna start over to get me another one. Yeah. That's crazy. But you know, I mean that. But the fact of the matter is, the underlying foundation of that is that you was generating enough money to actually purchase cars off the hustle. You know what I'm saying? So that go a long way as well. But because that speaks to how hard you was hustling. You know, because you got hustlers, but you got different degrees of hustlers. You got lazy hustlers too. You got them just enoughs.
Yeah.
I done made me just enough. That's like people who drive like Uber and all that. You got people that say, "Oh, you can't make no money drive." Okay, well now I know people that they lock in on Uber and like, I'm gonna make a killing on Uber. But you got some people, I'm just gonna drive about 2-3 hours and just enough, you know. So speak to the mindset of not being one of them just enough type of hustlers.
Nah, because I wasn't I had my CD when I press up all my CDs. I had CD for $5, had some for $2, $5, $10. Wherever you had, you wasn't gonna walk away from it.
I'm finna get something about you. Yeah.
I had my lighters. Yeah, something you gonna buy something from me.
Yeah. And see, this was so many years ago, bro, because you was diversifying the hustles way back then, even at a time where people were still actually buying physical CDs. What kind of put it in your head to say, I'm not just gonna sell music, I am gonna sell lighters, I am gonna sell whatever it is you got?
Because at the end of the day, I was trying to build a brand before even my name. The name is your brand.
Yeah.
But before I was trying to build E-Man. I'm trying to build CashBoy so you can build a brand and build up not just yourself. You want to build a ladder so other people can climb too.
Yeah.
And that's what I always was doing, trying to help everybody else.
Yeah.
And I was helping people more than I was helping myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I always got the bad end of the stick.
That's how it happened.
Lord always gonna look out for you.
No question. They say nice guys finish last. And that ain't really true that nice guys finish last. It's like we are a lot of times victims or beneficiaries of the people that we surround ourselves with. So if you're a good-hearted person in a snake pit, you're going to get bit by the snakes. You know, so and that happens to a lot of people early on, but then once you kind of learn how to discern between, it's like, now I know what kind of people not to deal with. Because even your closest partners, family members, they not always locked in to your mission. You know, they don't see it like they see, or they see it in you and they just like, I'm gonna let him do it. I'm gonna let him do it and ride the wave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but sometimes they know it's you, but they don't want it to be you.
I want it to be.
I came up with this nigga. So well, I'm gonna let him pass.
He gonna pass me up.
Let nigga do this instead of helping the nigga and motivating the nigga and working with the nigga, and we all pull up each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga gonna
that crab in a bucket.
Yeah.
And not understanding the role of playing a role. Like I look at, you know, LeBron James, I look at how all those guys he came up with, all of them wasn't gonna be him on the basketball court. But somebody said, you know what? I'm gonna learn about being an agent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn about being this or that. And everybody locked into different roles that they played, and now he's up, everybody's up in this one company like that. But envy and hatred and jealousy is a real thing, man.
Yeah. Because if you got a team or a lot of people, I started out with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And if everybody played their position, okay, we got this nigga, he gonna do the beats. We got this nigga, he gonna shoot the videos. We got him, he gonna hustle, he gonna do the graphics. And everybody bring their thing to one pot. You got a gumbo, so everybody can just...
Y'all have been killing them by now. If everybody, yeah.
Everybody can make each other millionaires, but...
Yeah. How hard was it as you was on that journey when you say you started off, y'all had like a crew? How hard was it to slowly just watch cats fall off into where they just condensed down?
Because God,
Yeah.
God,
Come
you know
on.
what I'm saying? You got God to show you signs.
Yeah,
And
well.
then if something keep happening and y'all got to keep on talking about the same stuff over and over and over, somebody ain't giving a damn.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? And then God show you, okay, man, it's happening. Man, okay, I'm going to dust it off. Boom, it happens something. You know what? God trying to show me something. Cut everything off, man.
Yeah.
If my phone stop ringing, who gonna call? If it ain't ringing then, don't ring it now.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's a tough thing. I know a lot of people have seen you was the one that kept going. And I have had conversations with a lot of people who started when I started, and they'll say the same thing, because people that was doing the same thing, and now you run into them and they say, man, you never stopped. And I was like, yeah, it never even crossed my mind to stop. The quitting was never an option, so whatever made you stop, the only thing I can give anybody respect for stopping is if a life situation just come about that they didn't have no choice but to stop. But all that old, I ain't believe in it, I got tired of it, the gang was whooping me, whatever it is, I don't let that excuse get no pass, bro.
Things will get hard.
Yeah.
Everything is not good. You did. You gonna have dark days or late nights or days you probably want to give up or stuff ain't moving fast enough for you.
Right.
But it's always something, man. If I stop now, everything I did will be in vain.
Come on.
There you go.
Come on, man. Absolutely, man. We got.
What
go
was
ahead.
the thing? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what was the thing that made you start your label?
Running behind people, I guess trying to keep on working with people and see people they don't have the vision you have. Know what I'm saying? So it's best to, if I promote myself and if I keep letting people mess over me, I might well just do it myself. Because I know I ain't gonna mess over me.
Yeah. Crazy thing about that is when you say that you made your label because other people was messing over you, but then you take a label to where you start to invest in other people. So you still helping other people, even though that they didn't help you on it. So I think that motivation probably is like a crazy motivation for you when you do stuff like that to help other people when you wasn't giving it.
Yeah, but the thing about it, you gotta be careful who you help.
Yeah.
You dig? That's why all the work and the hard thing I was putting behind other people, I just say, you know what, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna put that same energy behind me. Okay, and I'm gonna take Cash Girl and put the same energy behind her.
Yeah.
That's somebody who's really down, so know what I'm saying? So might well put it behind her then keep helping all these niggas out.
You stole my thunder, because that was the question I was getting ready to go into. Like, me and Keisto, we have people sit in this seat all the time, artists, I don't care if it's artist, businessman, and one of the main questions we ask, we say, man, how do you balance between your work and your relationships and things of that nature like that? And sometimes the answer is, oh man, it's hard, or oh man, it's just what the answers come in different forms. But like you said, you the cash boy, but you got the cash girl too. You know what I'm saying? So by her being in the game as well and being in the industry in her own right as well, does that make it easier for y'all to kind of understand and relate? Or is that still dynamic sometimes where it's kind of y'all got to figure things out?
I think it's more easier than both our heads in the same place. Then we understand one another. We support one another, and we got that understanding.
Yeah. Because I've seen it, man. And but even times where I've seen where different people have been in those situations, an element of envy can kick in and jealousy can kick in like that. How have y'all been able to work? Because every time I see y'all be locked in, you know what I'm saying?
One and cord and keep going first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Praise to the Most High.
Come on, man. Yeah.
And can't nothing stand in your way. As long as you got God in the mix, all that other stuff, you dusting it out. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. This might be controversial, man, but I don't feel like a lot of those other cats, I don't think that they believe in God the way they say it. because belief in God is not when, okay, we rolling.
Yeah.
Belief in God is when tough when you hit, when we ain't rolling, you know what I'm saying? We holding, so that's be the thing. It's like, that's why I'm glad you're saying that, because it's like that mentality have to be the foundation. It have to be.
Yeah, it's the first foundation.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, shifting over to the music, so if you could describe your style of music, like if I came down from Massachusetts and I ain't never heard who you was, and you telling me, and if I say, hey, man, well, okay, well, what kind of rap do you do? What kind of rap are you? What would you tell?
I wouldn't say I'm just not a rapper. I'm an artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because my music have different stories. You dig? And they're just like you got these books right here, right? They different books. Got different chapters. And one chapter don't sound like the next chapter. Everything gonna be different.
Yeah.
You dig? You might get this part of me, that part of me. You might hear this song, say, that's him. Yeah, that's him too. You dig? It depends on how the beat talking to me.
Right. No
I'm
doubt.
more of that type of artist.
Yeah.
You dig? And you can't put me in a box.
Yeah, no question. And just the content, is it more just like you say, if I want to make, because I know you might make one party song, you might want to make something where you really talking about what's going on in these streets or whatever, and you say, but you answer the question, say the beat pretty much tells you what to do.
Yeah, because I speak on real life situation, what's going on people doing you bad, and doing relationship, you got something for the females, Houston Rocket song, Houston Texas song. You know what I'm saying? Like,
was it ever a time that you was like chasing like a record deal or trying to get on with labels and stuff? We all went through that phase. I went. It was a phase for me, but was it ever a time that you was like, man, I'm trying to shop to the majors? Right.
There you go.
You did.
Yeah.
Cause at first it was, man, get signed. It ain't about getting signed. It's about building your brand. You know what I'm saying? I build my brand big as is they brand. And you can do whatever you want to do. Then just say, for instance, okay, CashBoy, we blow up billions of people. Okay, I got my clothing store. I got this I'm gonna do. Just like Bun B, open up Chill Burger. Bam. You know what I'm saying? Got too much flavor. Got a bunch of different stuff going on.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, the key thing you said that I heard got out of there, say, do what you want. You can do what you want to do. And that's one thing I know, that exactly all control, because with most labels, you ain't got hardly any control. And I think a lot of us that bypass that route, regardless if it was because they rejected us or because we woke up late on, whatever the case is, in hindsight, we look back like, man, I'm glad they ain't called it. Because I know for me, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like if I would have went down that road when I was trying to go down that road, I might not even be an artist no more, man. I don't know what I'd be doing, because I learned what it does to an artist, and I learned the handcuffs that it puts on you as an artist. And when they trying to dictate and tell you what you should say and what you should do and craft your whole image into something that you might not be comfortable doing, man, that's one of the biggest blessings I ever had, to not go down that road. You look at it like that?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because they assign you, give you this money, throw you on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk about what's going on in the world, positive, or the police want to beat on you, or you can't say that.
Yeah.
Then they gonna really block you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna blue ball you, black ball you, green ball you. You out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Or when you grow up too, because that's another thing. It's like, if I'm 18, 19, I might want to talk something about something crazy. That's just the immature mindset I might be in. But by the time I'm 22, 23, you probably done had a child, you done been through some things in life, you done looked and seen the condition of the world, and now you kind of want to alter your the focus of your content. They don't want you to do that either, especially if you've sold doing the crazy stuff. You know, so the key thing you said was just being able to do what you want to do, man.
Even with them labels, I know we had somebody come in here. They say basically the label just getting the loan from Chase Bank, giving it to them, they're gonna loan you a piece of it, but you're gonna have to end up paying that whole loan back for them. They take a little piece in and then control everything else you got going on, where you can just actually go to the damn bank and get your own damn loan,
and then take high percentage of what you generate after,
reinvest.
If you are paying it back, if you have they have been able to recoup their investment, you still are under contract for them to take away the majority of what you're gonna generate moving
especially
forward.
now where they take everything.
That's
they try to get 360.
Yeah,
man.
In 360, they told my okay, you go show, you give me half your money. You sell your merchandise, give me half your money.
Yeah.
But when you're independent, you get out. If I can make $1 million independent,
come on,
what I'm gonna give you for that?
Come on, look, and that's always been Houston.
Exactly. Don't make no sense.
That's how we've been always anyway. See, that's why. See, we did it in reverse. Like all the labels that popped up out of Houston. I don't care if it's Rap A Lot. I don't care if it's Suave House, Jam Down, Swisher House. All of these labels start off as independent labels that put out artists that sold 15, 20, 25, 30, 100,000 units before a deal was even thought about. So by the time the labels came to you, it was like they gotta speak to you a little different than the way they gotta speak to somebody who just raw dog sent a demo to them because they ain't established a track record. So Houston always been that. We always been the one to say, okay, we'll have the option that if you want to sign one of us now, I can take it and leave it because I'm already selling hundreds of thousands of units, making more than the cats that's on your label. They're selling more than me. You know, so that always been the principle, man.
They did like Master P when he said they offered him that $1 million. If you offer me $1 million, that means I can get more than $1 million.
Right, yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? If that was you
willing
to give me, I can go get more.
Come on,
so I'm gonna turn down that. Go and got something for me. Boom, and look how he popped off after that.
Yeah.
And guess what? I saw that interview and see, people gonna think you crazy when you turn down $1 million when you don't have nothing.
Yeah.
When you ain't got nothing, and you say they gonna walk out to me like, man, that's $1 million. Why didn't you take it? You know, and I understood why he did. Like I would understand why somebody took it. It depends on your situation. But when you bet on yourself on that level, it goes exactly back to what you said. Because look at sports teams and athletes, they have $100 million contracts now, $200 million contracts now that are being paid out, multiple $100 million contracts being paid out by billionaire owners. So whatever they give you, they have it to give, and it's based on the understanding that they finna flip that $1 million times over, man. So yeah, so that's some good game from the homie E-Man. So you got some new stuff coming out. You say you got an EP that just dropped.
Yeah,
right?
Realize everybody ain't loyal, real.
Right.
Yeah. And they got some joints on there. Peoples, feature my big bro K Reno.
Okay.
I got Dougie D on there. I got my boy Zamar and Sido Shoot You Down. They're talking about police brutality and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real music going down. Then on side of that, before I dropped that, I dropped Space City.
Okay.
They got jams on it too.
Yeah.
Then before there was It's His and Hers, that man Cav Girl dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So this music out there.
Yeah. What was it like?
This support is free.
Yeah.
I had dropped that tape.
Oh, support is free. Yeah, no man. See that title alone, bro. That title alone to get you there, man, because you basically telling the people, say, man, look, you know, hey, it don't hurt to share a video. It don't hurt to share a song, to hit the like or something along them lines. Like, so how many projects in total have you put out?
Well, I got some material out there, bro.
Yeah.
I got self-titled E-Man CashBoy. I got the Valentine's Day project. I got a song with me and Orlando Brown on my Too Much label remix.
The Orlando Brown.
Crazy Orlando?
I didn't want. He said he gonna call a man crazy, man. I said the Orlando Brown.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro.
Yeah.
Orlando ain't crazy.
You be playing?
No, you ain't the first person out here saying that.
It? Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. Orlando do Orlando. That brother got sense.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He know what he's doing.
How'd you link up with him?
Yeah.
Now it's like when I used to work for Johnny back in the day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Blowing TV, them Johnny, them up.
Right.
And, I bumped into him many a time. You did, but then when he was down here and we was at the little spot, then we just bumped into each other. Me, him, my girl, we locked in. When he was down here, we made sure he was good. Know what I'm saying? When nobody messing with him or nothing.
Right.
Then we just went to the studio. I brought him over there to the spot. He jumped on the song. He jumped on my song. And Cash Girl got a song with him too.
Yeah.
She ain't dropped it yet.
Yeah.
Bad.
She holding on to it.
She holding on to it.
Yeah.
But I would drop it. It's that Too Much Flavor, a remix, and it's hard.
Yeah.
And then the fella can rap.
Right. Yeah, he just put out something not too long ago with a little video and stuff. It was all right.
Yeah.
So speak to that, because I'm all against I guess the vilification of our black brothers and sisters who may be out there and may be perceived in a certain kind of way by the world based on social media, and a lot of times by their own self-created images like that. So you're not the first person I ever heard to say, nah, that brother, he got plenty. It's more of like he playing a character to a degree. Speak on that so people can know, just to defend that man.
Yeah, because he's an intelligent guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying? But when you in that light like that, you say certain shit you said, then people get to looking at you crazy, then that's what they gonna do. They gonna call you crazy anyway.
That's right.
When black people do things, they gonna say you crazy.
Come on.
Or you a molester, or you doing something freaky, or something, you a drug head.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is what they throw around to the black people, because when black people are intelligent and know how to move and say things,
It's dangerous. It's a threat. Right.
then you have a millions of followers. You can, why you think they killed Tupac?
Yeah. Right.
Because his mouth say things. Malcolm X, because his mouth say things, can touch people. Know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. When you got a government that's set up to destroy black people, to kill black people, they don't even want one of us to come down the pike that's going to inject some kind of consciousness in us that's going to change the mindset, because they got us focusing on them, worshiping them, praising them, believing everything they say, and then somebody come along and say, nah, the one you looking at is the one that been lying to you the whole time. So yeah, it's gonna always be a talk. I'm glad to hear that, man. Because I see how the brother gets viewed and all that and treated. But again, I've heard a couple of people say, nah, Orlando.
Because some people do it. They'll get them and make a fool of them for clicks.
Yeah.
They want clicks.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? That's what it's about.
No question, man. No question. Followers and likes. I got a song called "Followers and Likes," man, and doing it.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Come on, man. Without a doubt. Yeah. When we make it that way, man. So the project that you got pushing right now, I know you a grinder. What's been your method of promoting and marketing in this digital age? I love to ask artists that question, like compared to like we was talking about back when the game had changed since you was just writing E-Man on a CD with a marker. How you promote your music now to bring awareness to it?
Right now I'm just hitting it on the internet, doing the little song, what's the name of it? Apple Music, Spotify, just getting all them numbers up on it.
Yeah.
But I do kind of miss the way I used to hit the street.
I do miss it. Yeah, no doubt.
Because it's different, because it was more hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
You really talking to the people, know what I'm saying? You meet the people, looking at them eye to eye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you really talking, and you really getting them to touch your phone and following you. And
right.
They getting to meeting the real person.
Yeah. You can still do that now, though, right? You can actually still do that. Yeah.
And that would teach you how to talk to people too.
Right.
Facts.
Then your people skills.
Right. All walks of life type of people too. Just customer service, just having that mindset to know. Yeah, because when you trying to get like that, losing ain't an option. Coming home without it ain't an option. And so you walking up on the slabs, you walking up on the people on the street, the females, the laws, whoever you think gonna spend some money,
Just because the CD's gone, you still got people want them.
Yeah.
You dig? But it just moved to the USBs.
Yeah.
Put on the USB.
Yeah.
Do the same thing.
Right.
Send somebody a USB.
Yeah. Yeah.
The same thing.
Yeah.
Album on a USB. But this time, I got 3 albums on it.
So when you do that, okay,
go.
so you that but of course I'm flying around here. That affects your pricing, of course. You know, you put them all on one USB like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Or you just get the little cheap USBs,
Yeah.
get a whole one album on them. It's still
That's how I'm gonna do it. I ain't putting 3 and 4 on one of them.
Nah. The more the better.
But you're gonna pay for more. But yeah, it's gonna be bling. The same way people have all the CDs stacked. They gonna have a candy bowl full of USBs up in the car around this bad boy, man.
That's a new way you can just grind and still get the same effect.
Right. No question.
You know what I'm saying?
And the USB's always been better than me because I could scratch a damn CD and then I gotta go find you again to buy another one. But them USBs, boy, I can print out as many CDs I want or listen to them, save it on something else. You never lose it.
Because the majority of our new cars,
got the USB.
Right.
Unless they got an old car, then they still carry the CD players and stuff like that there.
Yeah. And we talk about this all the time. Like some fans, they'll still get a CD as a collector. They might not even open. I sell a lot of CDs to people who just say, man, I ain't gonna even open it. I'm keeping it in plastic. Just sign the outside of it. So it's still a way. But USBs is, in my opinion, gonna be the way to kind of resurrect that form of a new form of physical copies, just being able to be moved around like that. Not that it's a new form, but for artists, that's something that we need to get into and really start really perpetuating.
Straight out the trunk.
Yeah.
USB.
Yeah. You can walk up with about 70 of them in your hand, a bag, and there ain't no hassle with it at all at the same time, man.
Like I used to go to the mall, CDs in all my pockets.
Yeah.
Because you want to just
it's hard to transport them like that. Yeah.
Some of them might end up, I broke the jewel case.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, well, man, it been many times. Yeah, man, the case a little cracked, man, but the CD good, man. Give me $10, I'm selling it anyway, but it make it a lot easier, man.
I got kicked out plenty miles.
Yeah.
I
already know. I bet Sharpstown was one of them, too. I know you was probably Sharpstown all the time, yeah.
I'll go back next week.
Yeah, no question, man. It's always somebody want to hate. Yeah, they're trying to make some legal money, man. Y'all already got a problem.
I ain't robbing nobody.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody got a problem. So if you had a situation, I always ask people, like certain artists, if it's an artist in H-Town that you haven't never worked with, give me 3 that you would love to work with that you never worked with. Just H-Town alone.
H-Town, Powwow. I say J-Dog. And I do a song with Maxo Cream too.
Okay, yeah.
All right. For the hood.
Yeah. Okay, Maxo from your side now. Yeah, okay, that's what's up, man. And that's another thing, man. The SWAT, bro. Y'all got a nice little roster that done came. I always be popping my little South Park collar all the time, man. But when you think about the SWAT, it's a lot of great artists that came up out of there, man.
I even do a song with Zero.
Yeah.
Like,
no, you can't go wrong. Well, people you say Missouri City, Houston. It's like, nah, that's all.
H-Town.
That's all. Yeah, that's all H-Town. Because certain stuff is all together. You know what I'm saying? Give us a little roster of some of the cats that then came out the SWAT, man. That the audience might not know, to give them an understanding how thick that list is.
A-Leaf 360, R.I.P. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You got 30 Ways. There's A-Leaf. You got Maxo Cream, A-Leaf.
Yeah, because outside of Maxo, you name a couple of people that I hadn't heard of.
Is Kirko from the SWAT?
Nah, Kirko from the east side.
From the east side.
Yeah, this side.
Okay.
Yeah,
but Kirko cool too.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah.
Who else from A-Leaf?
Is Cash Girl from A-Leaf?
Cash Girl from 3rd
Third one, check that. Okay, that was all. You know, third one. No question
Yeah,
about
you
it.
know, I got love for the trade, though. No,
Yeah.
Shout out CashBoy.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. CashBoy ain't another one of them hog. So the thing is, you got a lot of these cats that are from different sides of town.
Yeah, my bad.
Go ahead.
Devin the Dude. That's a nigga I would love to do a song.
Oh, yeah, no question, man. My brother, man.
I'm about to say, he from the spot?
Nah. He had to go back to the last question. The last question. So let me ask you this here. So do you believe in the I call it a false claim. I mean, there's some truth in it, but it's not as prevalent as people try to make. Do you believe that Houston is disunified and man, Houston don't stick together? A lot of people say that, and the more I start thinking about it the last few years, I'm like, man, that really ain't true to me. You know, that's just me. What's your take on that?
It depends. It's like I say, politics.
Yeah.
Big pullers and ball biters. Know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's a bunch of people who they gonna mess with who they mess with. You dig? Or think whoever, oh yeah, this nigga hide over here, so I want to go mess with him. Instead of messing with who really reach out to you. You see the young fella grinding, you dig? Like, this is what I say too about all that, what you call it, about the old and the new and all this here. Like, if your status is from here to up there, why not? You see a little young nigga on working.
Yeah.
He ain't asking you to sign him.
Yeah.
He ain't asking you to put money in his pocket. He just asking you, oh yeah, take a picture with this nigga. Hey, I want all my followers to follow this little young cat right here. Just check him out.
Yeah.
Just check him out. That's so easy.
Support is free.
Support is free.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody just asking niggas though. Oh yeah, man, sign me. Man, do a song with me. But if you see a little young nigga trying to get it, know what I'm saying? Because like I always said, bro, two realest DJs that did something and really can call themselves DJs, put the name on their name, DJ Screw, Michael White. They really build niggas and made artists. And help a nigga with careers.
Yeah.
So some niggas got careers now because of them two guys.
Facts.
It is nobody that's doing that now.
Undisputed truth, man. That's
White's still breaking new people.
Exactly.
We had him here and Kay was saying the same thing to him. He's like, I think you're the last person that's still breaking new.
Why he under the old law.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a lot of the new DJs and stuff, they come up in more that commercialized mind frame or that current way of doing things. Like, this is the way we do it now. We not even tuned in to how it was about breaking records. We was asking Flip about guys breaking records. That what you said, you know, when you name Screw, that was his mindset, because that's the mentality that he understood from watching DJ that came before him. A DJ don't necessarily look at what everybody is always playing. Now, if I like everything that I always playing, I'll put it in the mix as a DJ too. But a real DJ's thought is, I want to introduce the world to something that they don't know about yet.
Yeah.
I want to hit y'all with something that's gonna make people say, man, who's that? And a DJ, one of the greatest thing a DJ can ask another DJ back in the days, man, where you get that record from?
Yeah.
Who is it? How'd you get that? How'd you get that? And the DJ like, don't worry about all that, you know. So I ain't plain and simple. So yeah, I never believed that Houston was disunified, because I always seen Southside work with the Northside rappers, vice versa. Different guys from this side of town come together. When you look at cliques, when you look at Screwed Up Click, you look at South Park Coalition, Rap A Lot Records, these are people who, the greatest group to ever come out of the city, the two greatest groups to ever come out of the city is the Ghetto Boys and Street Military. And both of those groups consist of members that are from different sides of town. You know, you got Face from South Park, Witty D from Fifth Ward, and you got Bushwick Gang from New York. But Street Military, they exemplified the hardest, because you got a cat from Trinity Garden, you got a cat from South Park, you got a cat from Mo City, and Icy Hot from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I never believed in that, man. And I always hated that narrative when I see artists go on platform and say, man, the problem is we don't stick together. I'm like, yeah, but you done sold over 1 million records combined just in the region. So how you gonna say that?
Yeah.
But that's just me though.
And I always look at it like this too. Even though the South Side kind of gave Texas its culture, it was the North Side that showed that to the whole entire world. And they went back and reached and brought back the South with them while they was on their public stage as well.
A dude like Jay Prince, he was focused on 2 things, and I'm speaking for him based on what I feel like I know. He was based on establishing this region and putting it on the map, but he was also based on being a businessman and making some freaking money, which means that I don't care where you from. If you can make me some money, if you can generate some revenue for this label, it's going to benefit you, it's going to benefit me, it's going to benefit our region. And to me, that's how it should always have been in the first place.
And what he did, he built a brand.
Yeah.
And his brand helped other people build brands.
Yeah.
Same thing with Screw. Build brands, right?
Uh-huh.
And the other people didn't build brands off one person idea.
Right.
You did.
Right. No question about it. And you know what? I'm glad you said that too, because give me your opinion on this. Do you think that sometimes it's better to focus on building the brand first instead of building the individual as an artist in the music, or how you look at that?
Because building the brand, then you build the brand, boom. Then everybody got hot on the brand.
Yeah.
Then whoever gonna hold their weight, they gonna hold their weight.
Right.
You did. They just like Master P when he built his brand. Even Lil Wayne, when he built his brand, he threw out Nicki Minaj, he threw out Drake.
Yeah.
But they all under that one brand.
One umbrella. Yeah.
Did, and it just still build that brand.
Right.
But everything coming back to that same plate.
You know what's funny? Because that's this cooperative unity, and I tell people this all the time about us, E. If you look at, because I don't really like this comparison, but we hear it a lot just from our clique. They always like to compare Southpaw Coalition to Wu-Tang Clan, right? And I really don't like that because I don't like being compared to nobody, but I understand. So, but I tell people what the difference is. I say the difference is that we're outside of them dealing with major labels. But the difference is when they first came out, they came out as a group, as a unit, which brought more power to the whole thing because the world was introduced to them as a collective. We came more out as individuals, and so you try to come out as individuals and then later on try to consolidate. It makes it a lot difficult because now we kind of on our own paths and, we young egos. They came out young egos regardless and still did it as a group. I think that was the best way to do it.
Or coming up like as a group, then everybody dropped their own price.
Exactly. Because all attention is now on the group. And you mentioned Master P, and I just remember one of the things that was one of the most simplest yet ingenious marketing strategies ever when P and them was popping. P album finna have everybody album inside his insert. It's like, oh, so I don't even know who Fiend is at the time, but Fiend finna go gold just because
he got everybody on it.
He got because P went platinum and 1 million sets of eyes are seeing that. See, that's how you do it as a CEO. But we should have that same mindset as individuals. Like if E-Man come out, hey, okay, well you got your little homie that he doing this thing. No, they might not know him, but you might say, hey, man, send me your cover. I'm just gonna put it in mine. And whatever you get, you creating, you leaving a little meat on the bone for him or whoever. Oh man, I love E-Man, so E-Man rocking with him, I'm gonna check this guy out too. Yeah.
It's like some people didn't mess with this person, but the only reason why they mess with him because they didn't understand this person. You did. They're like when when I first heard Dave East, it's because I was listening to Nipsey Hussle. Yeah. He did a song with Nipsey Hussle, and I say, "Damn, who this nigga is? He can go too."
Yeah.
So I went to go check out him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's when you do a song with somebody. That's what it's about. it's about we sharing fans. You dig?
Networking.
We just networking. You know what I'm saying?
Introducing
to each other.
Yeah.
So my people might not know you. Your people might not know me.
Exactly.
So we just didn't swapped it out.
Right.
I promise, because when Point Blank did just slip into a coma, almost everybody on that song, I say, let me go get this. Who is this? Let me find out who this cat is. Who is this person that started off this PSK? And from there on, you fuck around and get the whole clique.
And that was our way of doing it, like how I mentioned Wu-Tang did, but we just did it on our click songs. Like, it'll be 15, 20 people on there. It's like, okay, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Like that. I want to throw this one at you real quick. Tell us what Wivkett Crickett meant to you, bro.
Gee,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
He was a real nigga. And Wivkett Crickett really was from New York too, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, that's what he said. I don't know if you want to salute to the OG Wivkett.
But he was the first person doing a lot of moves and stuff. He was the first person that took independent artists and was opening the door for them.
Mm-hmm.
You dig? And I was one of them.
Right.
Then in the long run, I find out Wivkett Crickett, he was kin to my older brother people. You dig? You know, Wivkett Crickett got a lot of kids. For real.
Yeah.
And he was always helping somebody. You dig?
Always. Yeah.
Just like when the trade day started, every trade day, I performed that on the strength of Wivkett Crickett. But when Wivkett Crickett passed, everything passed.
Yeah.
Wow.
But Wivkett Crickett was that type of person. Man, nah, come on, man. I know who you is and what you do and how you do it, you know what I'm saying? And any rapper in Houston, if they say they don't know who I am, they hate.
Right. See, Wivkett, and see that I'm just listening because everything he said, when he say Wivkett, he make, come on, he gonna make you get some shine, even in times where you're trying to be humble and try to kind of play the background. And so many artists can tell that same story because he was the one who set up the showcases. He was the one that gave people a voice. And the thing is, people had so much appreciation for him. I don't care if the showcase was at a small little spot with 12 people looking at you, or if it was on a big spot. If he could get you on, he would get you on, man.
And he was so adamant about making sure that you supported other artists at the same time. Like, just don't come on and don't support this cat because he's good.
Yeah, because he'd be like, nah, you even just perform, then leave.
Then leave. Come on, man.
If you going to just perform and leave and don't support everybody else, don't even do it.
I'm going to make you go last.
You know what I'm saying? And when Wivkett Crickett passed and I was reaching out to people to do a RIP song for him, how many people told me no?
I'm scared.
The only person told me yes was K. Rito.
Man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's why me and K. Rito did this song.
Yeah.
Anybody else, they were like, nah, I doing one myself. And I was like,
man.
And I reached out to people.
Yeah. See, and that see, to me, that would make the stereotype what I just said. It's like, man, hey, we don't stick together. But no, but those just represent a few people, and who, like you said earlier, whoever meant to get down, they gonna get down. But also, it give you an example of how those type of situations kind of make you know who was really with somebody in the first place. So I mean, if you feel that way about it, I don't want you on the track, no way, because certain things shouldn't have to be about money, shouldn't have to be about convenience. It just have to be about just a gesture. Like, hey man, especially if Wivkett have helped you. I don't care if he helped you but one time or whatever. If he helped you before, man, why so hard to send a 12 or a 16 or whatever in, something like that, man?
And I witnessed Wivkett Crickett doing a lot of stuff with a lot of people, bro.
Yeah. So in that spirit, did you take any of that, like, moving forward? And it's like, man, I'm gonna try to incorporate a lot of the principles that the OG showed me. And now you find yourself, the one thing I seen you do a whole lot of stuff, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. The one thing I never seen you do, and maybe is like put together shows. You ever like put together shows and stuff like that?
Nah.
Yeah. Okay. So I was right. Yeah.
I did.
So,
but I did things, but not put together.
Not interested or just wasn't tripping.
It just got to make sense.
Right.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Kid Girl got some shows or model showcases and stuff she gonna put together.
Right.
You dig? I poured them, I paid the back fare. You dig? I'm supporting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's hard though, cause and I mean hard like dope, like because if y'all are doing two different types of things, if y'all operate in similar lanes, but if y'all are operating in different lanes at the time, you can support what she doing and then vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So that's a cool thing to me.
yeah,
Yeah, no doubt about it. E-Man, the Cash Boy, is in the building, man. Anything else you want to let the people know, what you got going on, what you got coming out, what you're working
keep your
on?
eyes open. If you don't hear me, you gonna see me. You dig? CashBoy Entertainment. Shout out Cash Girl. Shout out the team. You dig? Shout out K Reno. Shout out your bro. Keith.
Yeah.
You know, talking about you know, just keep going first and don't let nobody tell you no. You can't do that. And no mean yes.
Who?
You know what I'm saying?
No me. That's another T-shirt moment. If not, there's somebody coming here and there say something like that's a T-shirt. Like you put no means yes.
Yeah.
And you walk. Why were you walking up to sell somebody? Like, hey, what's up? How you doing, man? Oh yeah, I got these. And they looking dead at that no means yes.
They're gonna be like 2 Chainz.
Hey man, he had to do it, boy.
For Mother's Day. Yeah. we went to stop by the store. I went there to get some Mother's Day bloom. And this girl talking about 2 Chainz.
Oh man.
2 Chainz. I'm like, yeah, I know you hear me talking to you. Hey man, my name E-Man Cash Boy. Change that day.
Should have leaned in and took that picture. See, you lean. I'm gonna tell you why you take that picture. You lean it. She thought you were really 2 Chainz. You took that picture and then let her post it to get clowned later on for calling you somebody you wanted. Look who I ran into at Walgreens today. 2 Chainz and 89 coming. There ain't no 2 Chainz.
I turned around and said, "Here, there, you can follow my music. Don't go."
Right.
That's who that nigga is.
Look, bro, I tell people all the time, don't feel bad, fam, because in about 06, 07, 08, I would Dave Chappelle every day to somebody. Everywhere I went, like, you know who you look like? You look like Dave. I was like, yeah, I look Dave Chappelle. Right. I used to deny it at first, then I started like, yeah, all right, that's cool. So
I always looked like somebody back in the day when my hair was good. I was Soldier Slim.
Hey, right, man. Well, you know that's how we are. Look, they say it's even black people that say all black people look alike, man. So it's all love. But man, E-Man, we appreciate you, brother.
Yes,
did you get your social media?
Oh yeah. You can find me at E-Man_CashBoy is my Instagram. E-Man/MAN CashBoy. I'm popping up like a can of Pringles. I'm on everything. You can go and Google me, baby.
Yeah, no question about it, man. Music, graphics, everything, all in between, man. This is my brother right here for years and years and years, man. The one and only, the Cash Boy himself. E-Man, my brother.
No, I'm talking about too much flavor clothing. No, I'm talking about too much flavor design.
Keep going.
Go get it.
I'm in the mix.
Keep going.
New fix.
Come on, man. Love that, man. Love that. H-Town's on, man. The SWAT's on. Well, this your big brother, K Reno.
And this your boy, Keith Stone.
Underground Dialogue Podcast where the name speaks for itself, and we are out the bitches thing.
It's your big brother K Reno. Look, man, the Underground Dialogue website is back in function. We back in motion, man. If y'all want Underground Dialogue podcast merch, whatever you need, go to undergrounddialogue.com and check us out. And always make sure that every Wednesday night, y'all are checking out the Underground Dialogue podcast right on YouTube, 9 p.m. Central Time. Yeah! What's up, man? It's your big brother K Reno, and check this out, man. The Underground Dialogue podcast is offering advertising opportunities, man. You can promote your business, you can promote your video, your song, whatever it is that you have, man. Reach out to us if you're interested in promoting on the Underground Dialogue podcast. All you got to do is email us at undergrounddialoguepodcast@gmail.com. Get it. What up, man? It's your big brother, K Reno. I'm proud to announce that I'm a new brand ambassador to this new brand of clothing and shoes called Volas. Y'all make sure that y'all support this. It's already available. Houston-based company, straight out the A. Look at the quality of the packaging itself. We ain't even got to the shoes yet, man. And this is just one
one pair of shoes, one design. They got all kinds of dope designs of shoes that you guys can choose from. Go to volage.biz and find your order, find what you want. Wide selection to choose from, male and female items, and I'm proud to be a part of it, man. Community workers, versatile products, volage, manufactured in Italy. Look at the quality of this box, man. Y'all don't know what it is, man. Catch y'all later on.